Hello friends, this is Dr. RPS Chauhan, Professor and Head Department Electronics and Communication Engineering at IMS Engineering College, Ghaziabad. I welcome you all in my new lecture, that is 8051 microcontroller, register bank, stack, program status word register and the flag register. So, before discussing the register bank and the program status word register, let us compare the microprocessor and microcontroller. What is the difference or what is the comparison between the microprocessor and the microcontroller? So, let us see in the diagram, block diagram of this general purpose microprocessor system. So, in this general purpose microprocessor system, we can very well see that the microprocessor will, if you want to design a microprocessor based system, we need to connect the random access memory, read only memory, input output ports, timer, serial communication port, all are the peripheral device externally to the microprocessor. So, naturally when the devices are connected externally to the microprocessor, the complexity of the circuit will increase and the cost also will increase. So, we can say that the microprocessor, if you want to design a microprocessor based system, we need to connect the peripheral device externally, while in case of microcontroller all the peripheral devices are, that is the random access memory, read only memory, input output ports, timer and serial communication port, or the peripheral devices are on chip, or we can say that it is a part of microcontroller, it is inside the microcontroller. So, this is the basic difference between the microprocessor and the microcontroller. So, we can say that in microcontroller all the peripheral devices are inside the microcontroller, or we can say that the peripheral devices are on chip to the microcontroller along with the central processing unit. So, this is the basic difference between the microprocessor and the microcontroller. Let us continue the inside. What is the inside in 8051 microcontroller? So, registers are used to store information. So, in 8051 microcontroller, as similar to the processor also, we have the register, general purpose register. This general purpose registers are user programmable. The programmer use this register for programming. So, registers are used to store information temporarily. So, what is the job performed by register, or what is the significance of register? These registers are used to store information temporarily on temporary basis, while the information could be a byte of data to be processed or an address pointing to the data to be fetched. So, these registers are used to hold the data to be processed, to be operated on, or the address pointing to the data to be fetched, where the data is located. So, with the help of the address we can easily able to identify or fetch the data. The 8051 microcontroller have both 8-bit and 16-bit register. So, in 8051 microcontroller we have both 8-bit register and 16-bit register. The 8 bits of our registers are shown from MSB, D7 to LSB. So, this is the 8-bit register of 8051 microcontroller. We have the 8 bits right from D0, D1, D2, D3, D4, D5, D6, D7. Out of this 8 bit, D0 bit is called least significant bit, or also in short we can write LSB, and D7 is called most significant bit. We can write this MSB. So, this is the significance of 8-bit register of 8051 microcontroller, and register is used to temporarily store the data, and registers are also used to store the address. From with the help of that we can fetch the data or operand. The most widely used register of 8051 microcontrollers are accumulator or register A. This accumulator register is also designated by register A, used for all arithmetic and logical operations. It is important to remember that accumulator register is the register which is used in all arithmetic and logical operation. It means that one of the operand must be in accumulator, and the result of arithmetic and logical operation is always stored into the accumulator. So, this is very important point which is required to remember regarding accumulator or register A. Next is register B, which is 8-bit register B which is 8-bit register, and 8 register, that is R0, R1, R2, R3, R4, R5, R6, R7 of register bank. So, in 8051 microcontroller we have register B, which is of 8-bit register. In addition to this register B, we have 8 register, that is R0, R1, R2, R3, R4, R5, R6 and R7, which can be shown in this particular figure. So, these registers are the part of the register bank. So, in 8051 microcontroller we have 4 register bank, and it is designated by B0, B1, B2 and B3. So, these are the 4 register bank, and each register bank will have 8 register right from R0 to R7, which is ranging from R0 to R7. In addition to this 8-bit register, we have DPTR, that is data pointer register, and program counter register. Both register, that is DPTR and program counter, are 16-bit register. So, it is required to remember in 8051 microcontroller we have 2 16-bit register in this register bank, which is the not register bank, it is in the inside the microcontroller, that is DPTR, it is 16-bit register, and program counter, which is also a 16-bit register. So, this is the structure of the register of 8051 microcontroller, that is the DPTR register, and it is divided into 2 parts, which is DPL, which is 8-bit, and DPH is also 8-bit. So, we can divide the DPTR register into 2 8-bit register, that is DPL and DPH, and this program counter is a 16-bit register. Now, we will discuss the flag bit and PSW register. The program status word register, also known as PSW register, also referred to as the flag register. So, PSW register is also known as flag register, and it is 8-bit register. So, in 8051 microcontroller, the program status word register is also called a flag register, which is 8-bit register. And why it is called flag register? Because it will consist the flags, and the flags is nothing but the status of operation which can be reflected after the execution of arithmetic and logical operation. So, when the microcontroller will perform arithmetic and logical operation, the result of the operation can be modified, or we can say that the result of the arithmetic and logical operation can be reflected with the help of the flag bit of the flag register. 4 bits used for conditional flags to indicate some conditions that resulted after instruction was executed. So, whenever the microcontroller execute an instruction, so after the execution of instruction, the conditional flags are used to reflect the result of operation. So, this is the meaning of that. The condition flags are used to indicate the conditions of the flag after the execution of the instruction performed by the microcontroller. 2 bits, that is PSW3 and PSW4, which is very important point, and it is required to remember that in PSW register, the 2 bits, that is PSW3 and PSW4, are used to select the register banks of 8051 microcontroller. So, the register banks are selected with the help of PSW.3 and PSW.4 bits of PSW register. Once this bits are used to select the register, the corresponding register bank can be selected, and then only we can able to use the register, that is R0 to R7 of register bank. If the register bank is not selected, by default microcontroller will use bank 0. The condition flags are the carry flag, the first carry flag, second is auxiliary carry flag, third is parity flag, and fourth is overflow flag. So, in 8051 microcontroller we have 4 conditional flag, that is carry flag, auxiliary carry flag, parity flag, overflow flag, and it is the part of PSW register. So, let us see the meaning or the significance of the PSW register. What is the significance of the carry bit, auxiliary carry bit, overflow flag, and the parity flag. So, carry. So, we have the PSW register. So, this D7 position bit will reflect the carry flag, D6 position bit is auxiliary carry flag, F0 is the user defined flag. Then we have RS1, RS0 bit, these 2 bits are used to select the register bank, and overflow flag, parity flag. So, here carry flag is nothing but the PSW.7 bit. So, carry out, when there is a carry out from D7 position bit, so the carry flag is set to 1 to indicate that there is a carry. When the auxiliary carry flag is set, a carry from D3 to D4 position bit. If there is a carry generated from D3 position bit to D4 position bit during the arithmetic operation, or when the number is invalid BCD. So, that auxiliary carry flag is set to indicate the result of operation. Then we have the overflow flag. The result of signed number is too large, causing the high order bit to overflow into the signed bit. So, in this case the overflow flag will set to indicate that the overflow will occurs. Then the parity flag is used to reflect the number of ones present in the register A. So, when microcontroller will perform arithmetic or logical operation, and if the result of operation will consist even number of ones, then the parity flag is set to 1, otherwise it is reset. Now, if I am talking about the 2 bits, that is RS1 and RS0. So, these 2 bits are very important in PSW register, because with the help of this 2 bit, that is RS1 and RS0, we can able to select the register bank, that is register bank 0, bank 1, bank 2 and bank 3. So, here if RS1 and RS0 both are 00, bank 0, register bank 0 is selected, and the address of this register bank is start from 00H to 07H. If RS1 is 0 and RS0 is 1, bank 1 is selected, and the address for this register bank 1, that is 08H to 0FH in the RAM memory location. Then if RS1 is 1 and RS0 is 0, then bank 2 is selected, and the address is 10H to 17H, and if RS1 and RS0 both are 11, bank 3 is selected, and the address is 18H to 1FH. So, this way we can able to select the register bank of 8051 microcontroller by putting the value, the corresponding value of RS1 and RS0 in the PSW register. If it is 00, bank 0 is selected. If it is 01, bank 1 is selected. If it is 10, bank 2 is selected, and if it is 11, bank 3 is selected. There are 128 bytes of RAM, that is random access, in the 8051 microcontroller, and assigned address in the range of 00H to 07FH. So, here the 128 bytes of random access memory which is inside the 8051 microcontroller, and its address range is from 00H to 07F, which is 128 bytes. The 128 bytes are divided into 3 different groups as follows. So, this 128 bytes of random access memory is divided into 3 different groups. The first group, that is a total of 32 bytes from location 00H to 1FH are set aside for register banks and the stack. So, here the 32 bytes, that is the range, that is 00H to 1FH are set aside for the register bank, that is bank 0, bank 1, bank 2, bank 3 and the stack. So, bank 1 is also associated with this stack. A total of 16 bytes from location 20H to 2FH are set aside for bit addressable read write memory. So, 60 bytes, that is the address range is 20H to 2FH are set aside for bit addressable read write memory, and a total of 80 bytes from location 30H to 7FH are used for read and write storage called scratch pad. So, this is the allocation of the RAM memory, which is 128 bytes of 8051 microcontroller into 3 different groups, that is 32 bytes. The first group is 32 bytes, second group is of 16 bytes, and third group is of 80 bytes. So, totally we have 128 bytes of random access memory of 8051 microcontroller. So, this is the RAM memory allocation. So, see here the first 32 bytes, that is for use for register bank 0, bank 1, bank 1 is also associated with stack, bank 2, bank 3. Then this is the first 32 bytes of the out of 128 bytes of memory. Then the 16 byte which is from 20H to 2FH is set aside for bit addressable RAM, and the remaining, that is the 80 bytes which is used for scratch pad RAM. So, we have total 128 which is ranging from 00H to 7FH, which is 128 bytes of random access memory, and this is the RAM memory allocation into 3 different group, 3 different parts of the that is 32 bytes, 16 byte and 80 bytes. The 32 bytes of RAM is divided into 4 banks of register, in which each bank has 8 register, that is R0 to R7. So, it is required to remember, since the 32 bytes of the RAM out of 128 is divided into 4 register bank, that is bank 0, bank 1, bank 2, bank 3, and each register bank will consist 8 bit register, that is R0 to R7. RAM location from 00H to 07H are set aside for bank 0, of R0 to R7, where R0 is RAM location 00H, R1 is RAM location 01H, R2 is RAM location 02H, and so on until memory location 07H, which belongs to R7 of bank 0. So, here the register bank 0 will in between 00H to 07H, where 00H is nothing but the register R0 of bank 0 and 07 is register R7 of bank 0. It is much easier to refer to these RAM location with names such as R0, R1 and R2 so on that than by their memory location. So, we can easily remember this by its register name, that is R0, the address is 00, R1 01, like that up to R7 of each register bank. Register bank 0 is the default when 8051 is powered up. So, if we not select any register bank, by default microcontroller will use register bank 0, and we can able to access the register or use the register of bank 0, that is R0 to R7. So, this is the register bank of 8051 register banks and their RAM address. So, corresponding RAM address, we have bank 0, and its bank 0 we have 8 register right from R0, R1 to R7, that is bank 0, and these are the address, that is R0 will have address 00 and R7 will have address 07. Similarly, we will have bank 1 and the registers are R0 to R7. Again, we have 8 register of 8 bit. The address of register R0 in bank 1 is 08 and the register R7 having address 0F in bank 1. Similarly, in bank 2 we have 8 register which is R0 to R7, the register R0 having address 10 in bank 2 and register R7 will have address 17 in bank 2. Similarly, in bank 3 we have 8 register, that is R0 to R7, and the register R0 of bank 3 will have address 18 and register R7 of bank 3 will have the address 1F. So, this is the register bank of 8051 microcontroller, bank 0, bank 1, bank 2, bank 3. Each bank will consist 8 bit register and the corresponding address of the bank 0, bank 1, bank 2, bank 3 registers are also shown in this figure. We can switch to other bank by use of PSW register. So, it is important point. If you want to select any other register bank other than bank 0, we can use to select the register bank with the help of PSW bit, that is the program stated was register bit. Here in PSW register we have bits D4 and D3 of this PSW are used to select the desired register bank. So, with the help of D3 and D4 bits of program stated was register, we can able to select the register corresponding register bank of the 8051 microcontroller. Use the bit addressable instruction, that is setB and clear, to access PSW.4 and PSW.3. So, in 8051 microcontroller we have two important instruction. These instructions are set B and clear instruction, and this is the bit addressable instruction. Bit addressable means the instruction will perform the operation on the particular bit of the register, that is program status word register. Here I am talking about the program status bus register, and here the program status word register bit, that is bit PSW.3 and PSW.4 are used to select the register bank of 8051 microcontroller. So, here the PSW bank selection, the procedure I am talking here, how to select the PSW bank bank of the 8051 microcontroller with the help of PSW register. So, here in PSW register we have two bits, that is PSW.3 and this is designated as RS0 and PSW.4 that is designated by RS1. Register select bit 1 and register select bit 0. So, here if this bit PSW.4 and PSW.3 both are 00, bank 0 is selected, and if PSW.4 and PSW.3 bit are 01, then bank 1 is selected, and if PSW.4 and PSW.3 bit is 10, then bank 2 is selected, and if both the bit, that is PSW.4 and PSW.3 are 1 1, then bank 3 is selected. So, once the bank is selected, then only we can able to use the register of that particular bank. Otherwise, if the bank is not selected, by default microcontroller will select the bank 0, and once we use this when we use the register without selecting any bank, it means that we are using the register of bank 0. Next is the stack is a section of RAM used by the CPU to store information temporarily. So, what is stack? Stack is nothing but it is a portion, it is a section of RAM, it is associated with bank 1, and it can be used by the CPU to store information temporarily. This information could be data or an address. The information which can be stored in the stack could be a data or address. So, what is the use of stack? We can use stack to store the information temporarily, and this information could be a data or an address. So, already explained that stack is a part of bank 1, which is the part of the 128 byte of RAM, which is the on chip memory in 8051 microcontroller. The register used to access the stack is called the stack pointer register. So, in 8051 microcontroller, it is required to remember that stack pointer register is 8-bit register. I repeat again, in 8051 microcontroller, the stack pointer register is 8-bit register, which means that it can take value, that is 00H to FFH. So, the maximum value which can be loaded, which can be stored into the stack pointer register, since it is 8-bit register, is FFH. When the 8051 microcontroller is powered up, then stack pointer register contains the value 07H. So, this is very important point. Whenever we reset the microcontroller, or we can say that when the microcontroller is powered up, the stack pointer is initialized automatically, the value, that is SP is equals to 07H. The RAM location 08H is the first location being used for stack by the 8051 microcontroller. So, when SP is initialized by 07H, it will inform that this is the last location, and after that the first location which belongs to the stack. So, this is the meaning of that, why the stack pointer is initialized when we power up the microcontroller. So, when SP is initialized by 07, it indicates that the 08H is the first memory location which belongs to the stack memory. So, this is the meaning of that. The storing of a CPU register in the stack is called push. With the help of push instruction, we can able to store the value into the stack. SP is pointing to the last used location of the stack as we push data onto the stack. So, when we push data onto the stack, the SP will point to the last location of the stack. The SP is incremented by 1. So, it is required to remember when the push operation will perform in 8051 microcontroller, the SP is incremented by 1. So, when we use push instruction, the SP is incremented by 1. Loading the content of the stack back into a CPU register is called pop operation. So, if we want to retrieve the content or take the content of the stack, we use pop operation, we use pop instruction. With every pop operation, the top byte of the stack is copied to the register specified with the instruction, and the stack pointer is decremented. So, when we perform the pop operation, or we can say that when the pop operation is executed by the microcontroller, the stack pointer is decremented by 1 for each execution of the pop instruction. So, it is very much clear. I want to make this thing very much clear that when we execute the push instruction, the stack pointer is incremented by 1, and if we execute pop instruction, the stack pointer is decremented by 1. This is very important. I am talking about the 8051 microcontroller. So, the CPU also uses the stack to save the address of the instruction just below the call instruction. So, whenever we call a subroutine, so subroutine is nothing but it is a kind of sub program. So, when we call a subroutine in a main program, the processor or the controller will transfer the control from the main program to the subroutine. It will execute the subroutine and return back into the main program. So, here the important point is that how the microcontroller will know at which location it will return from the subroutine. So, the returning address from subroutine to main program is stored into the stack. So, this is the use of the stack, where the returning address, the stack will hold the returning address. So, each subroutine will have the return instruction. When the microcontroller execute the return instruction, it will pick the returning address from the stack and it will return back into the main program. So, when the return instruction is executed, the returning address must be loaded into the program counter register. This is required to remember, the returning address must be loaded into the program counter register, then only the microcontroller will return back into the main program. This is how the CPU knows where to resume when it is returned from the subroutine. So, this is required to perform by the microcontroller when it will return back from the subroutine to main program. The reason of incrementing stack pointer after push is make sure that the stack is growing towards RAM location, that is 7FH, from lower to upper address. So, this is the reason why during the push operation the stack pointer is incremented each time, because the stack is growing toward the RAM location, that is 7FH. Ensure that the stack will not reach the bottom of the RAM and consequently run out of the stack space. So, this is the reason why the stack is incremented, stack pointer is incremented during the push operation. If the stack pointer were decremented after push, we would be using RAM location of bank 0, the default register bank. So, it is not required, this is not acceptable. When 8051 is powered up, register bank 1 and the stack are using the same memory space, we can relocate another section of RAM to the stack. So, this is another important point which is required to remember. The special function register, that is special function register, can be accessed by their name or by their address. So, the 8051 we have some special function register and it can be accessed by their names or by their address. The special function register have address between 80H and FFH. So, this is the address range of the special function register. The special function register will range the starting address 80H and FFH in the memory. Not all the address space of 80H to FFH is used by the special function register. The unused location of 80H to FFH are reserved and must not be used by the 8051 microcontroller programmer. So, these are the special function register. We have the accumulator register designated by A register, the address is 0E 0H, then register B, which is 8-bit register, B register in 8051 microcontroller, the address is 0F 0H. Then we have program status word register, the address is 0D 0H. Stack pointer register, which is 8-bit register 81H, the address. DPTR is a 16-bit register, data pointer 2-byte register. Why 2-byte? It is a 16-bit register. Then it is divided into two parts, that is DPL 8-bit register, that is low byte 8-bit data pointer register, the address is 82H. DPH high byte data pointer register, the address is 83H. Then we have 4 ports, that is port P0, port P1, port P2 and port P3, and the corresponding address of this port P0 is 80H, port 1 will have the address 90H, port 2 will have the address 0A0H, port 3 will have the address 0B0. This is the address of the port P0, P1, P2 and P3 of the microcontroller. Next we have the interrupt priority controller having the address that is 0B8H and interrupt enable control register, that is 0A8H. So, these are the special function register of 8051 microcontroller and its address in 8051 microcontroller. Next, the special function register and its address is TMOD register. This TMOD register is nothing but timer or counter mode control register. So, this is the 8-bit register in 8051 microcontroller, and with the help of this 8-bit register we can able to configure or select the timer and the mode of operation. So, the address is 89H, TCON register, timer control register, which is used to control the operation of timer, and the address is 88H. Then we have T2 timer counter 2 control register, address 0C8H. Then T2, that is timer counter mode control register, that is having address 0C9H. Then we have two timers in 8051 microcontroller, and this timer is divided into two 8-bit, that is timer 0 high byte having address 8CH, timer 0 low byte having address 8AH. Then we have the timer counter 1 high byte register having address, that is 8DH, and timer counter 1 low byte register, that is 8BH. While in case of 8052 microcontroller, we have another timer, that is timer 2. So, timer counter 2 high byte register 0CDH, and timer counter 2 low byte register, we have the address 0CCH. So, this is the address of the timer 1, 2, 3, timer 0, timer 1 and timer 2. Then we have the timer counter capture register, timer counter 2 capture register having address 0CBH, and timer counter 2 capture register low byte and high byte, that is 0CAH. Then we have the serial control register for the serial communication, that is SCON register, which is used for the serial communication purpose. So, it is a 8-bit register having this address 98H, and SBUF register, which is also used in serial communication, which is also 8-bit register having the address 99H, and we have the power control register, that is PCON register having the address, it is 87H. So, these are the special function registers. Some registers are used for the timer operation. So, in 8051 microcontroller, if I am talking about 8051 microcontroller, so we have two timers, there is timer 0, timer 1, and if I am talking about the communication, that is we have the two register, that is special function, that is SCON register, SBUF register. So, this is nothing but the special function register of 8051 microcontroller and the address which is associated with this. Thank you very much.